Okay, this lecture we'll be talking about definitions that start with the letter E. And the first one we're going to talk about is exporting. Exporting is the process of sending data out to another program, such as Excel, a text file, or a PDF. So let me just show you a quick example of exporting this report. Let's say we wanted to export it as a PDF and then email that PDF to our boss. We'd go to external data, go down to here to export, and you see we have all of these options, but PDF is right here. Select that. You select the location where you want it on your computer, the file name, and it's already populated as PDF in the drop-down. You can choose how you want to optimize it. You can do standard or minimum size. This is for online use primarily because it just makes a smaller file size. And you can select open file after publishing, and normally I wouldn't do that, but I'll do that now so you can see it. And then we click publish. You can see now a web browser window has popped up with my PDF file there. And it also saved it to my computer so I could add it to an email as an attachment. And like I say, send it off to your boss or out to your fellow employees or whatever. Okay, so that's how you export. And this is asking if we wanted to save our steps. We're not going to do that, so we'll just click close. We'll close out of this as well. And our next word is expression. And an expression is basically the same as a formula. It's used to specify criteria in a query or to do calculations in forms and reports. And I'll show you an example of how this works. We'll open up our report again. And you can see at the bottom here there's a total of all of the numbers of first names, and it's 18. So I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. We'll just do it over here with the phone number column. So we'll go to our design view. And you can see how this one's set up over here. But we'll go ahead and add a new one in so you can kind of see how it's set up. So we're going to take a text box. We're going to drop it down in here. You'll notice it creates a text box, but it also creates a label over here. We're going to get rid of the label, so we just select it and delete it. Then we go back to our text box, slide the property sheet in here a bit. We're going to go to data, and we go to the control source, and we say equals count, tab to select it when it's highlighted there. Actually, we want the function count. And then we enter our expression, and we're going to be referring to the phone list field. So we can put a bracket, a square bracket. That's how we know we're referring to a field name. And then we start typing phone. And you'll notice it brings it up because it's actually finding that field within our database. We can hit tab again to populate it. You'll notice it closes out the brackets, and then we can add the end parentheses, and we're finished. So now this has an expression built into it where it's saying that it's going to count the number of phone number fields in this report. Let's move our property sheet back a little bit, and we'll go to our form view, or excuse me, our report view. And when we scroll down, there's the result of our expression. And there are a million things you can do with expressions, from calculations to pulling information from other tables and so on, but that's one example of how to actually use it and put it into practice. So let's close out of that. And that is the end of the E's. We learned how to export, and we learned how to create an expression.